Yeah, man, that's a tough one because I thought it's what the guys do, man. It's tough as nails. They play really hard. They never shut it down, and they probably like you guys. I fully expected Snell to pull one in the corner, and we were going to be jumping around at home plate, and instead it didn't happen tonight. But the story of the game was just all the little stuff throughout the game that just came back to bite us. The stuff that we've talked about ad nauseum with this team, with Oklahoma coming in, as they pressure you, they can really run. And we have 2 sack bunts that turn into hits today that come back to get you. What do we have? We had a pickoff thrown away for the second day in a row. We had a balk. We had a delay steal. We just had too many of those little things where we just couldn't get off the field. And as bad as that eighth was, you come back in and, we run a perfect crash play and get that lead out, and you're kind of like, hey, momentum swing back to us, and then we walk the next guy. And those are the things that just come back to bite you a little bit. It's those little things. I think we put them on for free at least 6 times today, if not more. I think we hit 6 walks. So, that'll come back and bite you. I thought Bob competed his tail off, man. He 6 innings, 3 runs. I'll take that any day of the week, no matter who you got on the mound. 6. He gave us a chance to win. Offense kind of kept showing up. Crossland, I thought was great today, man. Thought we talk about the damage zone all the time. He just didn't throw a lot in the damage zone for a long time. They're strikes. A lot of those are strikes, and they're just on the edges, and he executed, and I thought we competed pretty good, and we have a chance there, and we just couldn't pull it out there at the end. I love the fight, love the compete. It's just some of those little things early, and not early and late, just some of those little things that kind of come back to get us.
Coach, as the weekend's kind of progressed now through 2 games, you've gotten a look at your arms. Do you have do you know who's going to be getting the ball tomorrow?
No, not yet. I'm going to talk to you. I got a decent idea of who we're thinking, but we kind of talked about potentially being Blackwood early, but obviously used him in the game yesterday, so it won't be JT. So we'll talk about it when we get back to the locker room and kind of make a call on that.
And talking more about Bobby today, he got kind of thrown into a tough situation. Not usually the day 2 starter, but after the first 3 innings, really kind of settled in there and was efficient in getting outs, and especially had a better command of the ball. Can you just talk about what you saw from him?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. He walked a few guys. He walked 4 dudes, and that's the one thing you wish you could have back. But I think you're exactly right. I thought it got better as it went. And you're looking at it thinking, man, are we gonna have to go to the pen in the 3rd on a day that we're already down a little bit? And so you're trying to be smart with that. And then he just kind of settled in and was really good. I thought he was just behind in counts a lot early. A lot of 2-0 counts, a lot of 3-1 counts, and some of them he battled back and got them. But just behind in counts makes guys better hitters too. And especially guys that can press you like that. Now, thought we'd done a good job this weekend for the most part, save a time or two. We've done a good job changing our holds on the mound. We've done a good job, I think, controlling a team that really likes to run on the bases and not allowing too much there. But ultimately, just a few too many free passes. But man, he competed his tail off, and he gave us a chance to win, which is what you ask your starter to do.
Coach, I was going to ask about Richie. He made his debut as a leadoff, had a home run, a really important bunt that led to some runs. What was your thought process putting him at leadoff? Yeah,
we've tried a few different guys up there. Richie's been great, and he's been a really kind of jump starter there in the 9 for us, so we're hesitant to move him, but the on base is through the roof. It's a tough at bat. I thought his at bats were really good all day. I thought he had some tough luck with some calls there, which is just baseball. But Richie, I thought, gave us good at bats, competed his tail off, ran a ball out of the yard, got a sack bunt down. And then, man, steal a line from Nate Oates, man. The regression to the mean, right? That's Bryce Fowler right there. Bryce Fowler goes out and gets 3 hits and has a great job down there in the 9 to kind of get that going. And man, when we went walk, hit, start the 9th, rolling over to the top, it was all right, we're either going to tie it or win it. This game's over. Unfortunately, Crooks executed some pitches, and unbelievable at bat by Braun. My Lord, what a good at bat to set that up. And like I said, nobody's more confident with me with Cade Snell in the box right there, and just kind of beat him just enough with the heater, and obviously they got it done at the end.
Coach, it was like 2 sides of the same coin almost. Last night it was Oklahoma with bases juiced in the 9th inning. Today it's you guys. These teams seem like they're pretty evenly matched through these first 2 games, and even in the results with it being 1-1. What are some of your big takeaways that you see towards needing to come out there and win the series tomorrow?
Yeah, I think whoever we throw the ball to at the beginning, just go in attack mode. This team will feast on you nibbling and you trying to nibble. We got to attack them with whoever we decide to give the baseball to. Go attack. And then I think it is, man, like it's some real bullpen bullets, man. You look at that stuff. I mean, I think when I look at my scouting report, I don't know if there's many dudes that are less than 95, 96 on that report. Like it's real arms. It's a really athletic lineup. We've done a good job kind of minimizing innings, which will be big. But tomorrow, the big thing is we can't put them on for free. And when they give us outs in the short game, we got to take them. That's what got us today. Ultimately, if you were to kind of simplify it to those things, it was putting 6 guys on for free with a team that feasts on that a little bit, and then 2 sack bunts that turn into hits. Like when you're looking at a 1-run game, that's a big piece of it. And so we needed to execute a little bit better. Like I said earlier, we had Platt leads off the double I think in the second, and we leave him out there without moving him or scoring him. And so got to cash one in there. And it's a lot of those little things throughout. But thought the compete was great. I think they're tough as nails. They play the game the right way. That's what I love about Skip Johnson's teams, man. Like, there's teams in college baseball that run their mouth and that do all those things. These guys don't. They just play baseball and they play really hard. And their guys are fired up, but they're fired up for their guys, which is shockingly kind of refreshing to see, And so it's 2, like you said, 2 really good teams. I mean, 24-4, 22-4, the 9th ranked team versus whatever we are, 11th, 12th ranked team. Like, it's an even matchup. This is SEC baseball, and this is 2 really good teams that are going to fight it out in Game 3.
And talking more about Riley Quick, we talked last week about that blood blister in his throwing hand. Can you give a little bit more of an update on that, just how it's progressing?
Yeah, Phil, well, he came up to me before the day today, and he said, "Man, it feels way better." I think some of it is just us trying to be smart with it too. And I told Riley that I said part of us as adults is we are the adults, and sometimes we got to make the hard decisions. And the biggest fear you have is you run Riley out there tomorrow, and he hasn't been able to do his normal throwing routine this week, so you're probably not going to run him out there for 105 pitches. And you start looking at risk reward. Like, we're in week 3, we got 7 more of these things, and the worst thing that could happen is he go out tomorrow, rip that thing back open, and we're back to square one on Monday. So we're trying to be smart with him. He's progressing great. He told me, he's like, "Man, it's feeling so much better. It looks significantly better." So I think he's on track to be ready to rock next weekend.
Coach, getting Garrett back for the series and really just this week, how's that been? Just how's him coming back really help this team?
Yeah, it just gives you another puzzle piece, and I think that's the one thing we kind of were lacking there for a little while is the ability to make some moves. You've seen it the last 2 days, like Norton didn't start yesterday, ends up going in for Bull late. Norton started today, Bull goes in for him late and ends up working a big time walk. Norton ended up working a walk last week to kind of jumpstart yesterday, I'm sorry. So I think it just gives you the ability to kind of match up some things a little bit that we were lacking. So he's got experience. He had a big 2-out hit early, and we like that matchup with Bull there late. Bull ran off a great at bat and did exactly what he needed to do. So G-Stat getting back just gives us the ability to kind of match up a little bit better.